Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Greatsword where I'm playing Dark Souls 3, The Weapon Playthroughs. Last episode we did ourselves some crazy shit. Now we made our way over to the Grand Archives basically, and this episode we're gonna be able to explore the Grand Archives, deal with the Twin Princess, and win the game! Well, I would say that. But there is still the Grand Archives to be done. And that one can always be a little bit on the scary side. Now I was just thinking, like, if I'm gonna be able to get the Lothric Knight, the Twin Princess Greatsword, I don't have the Titanite scales to be able to upgrade it. I also skipped most of the Titan, well, just most of everything in this playthrough, so I don't really think I'm gonna go out of my way to get the stuff. I might want to look it up in a moment. Right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ignore you. That's my new tactic. I'm just gonna go and ignore the bastard. Is he actually gonna disappear? Like, I mean, is he gonna teleport upwards, or is it just gonna stay down there if I don't attack him? Because that'd be really nice. If he wouldn't teleport himself upwards. Because he can't really do jack shit when... Oh no, here he is. Here he is. Or well, technically she, I suppose. I hate you enemies because of your stupid... Because of that attack. That singular attack is my least favorite thing about you guys. Or at least one of the many things. Oh, that was easy. Did you see... I'm sorry, did you see the speed? The speed at which I traversed this area. That was amazing. Maybe I can do speedrunning. I don't think so, though. At least, well, I wouldn't say that I couldn't do speedrunning of this game at this point. But... I wouldn't be able to reach any heights with it, if you know what I mean. Because of course I won't, like... there's no way. I'm never good enough at games to do anything. Like to make any record of some kind or whatever. Yeah, no. And even if I don't know, man, I wouldn't really be interested in that kind of stuff. Let me go and equip my serpent ring again. Since I don't really need the ring of sacrifice anymore. Oh, I didn't take a look at the time that it took me to ah, crap. I didn't take a look at the time before I started going into New Game Plus to do these runs. Is he gonna chase me? Oh, I turned around. Oh, yeah, yep. He's definitely gonna try. Let me go and run this way, or let me go and run this way, cause I don't give a fuck. There we go. I was just gonna run past everything. And it will be glorious. Not having to give a fuck about anything is... I will say not having to give a fuck about anything is just glorious in general. See you later, pieces of shit. There we go. Just keep running, just keep running. Let's see if we can get past the Lothric Knight. Not sure about that though. Because there's a lot of enemies around here, so... I'm very unsure about that. There's also a lot of enemies that can shoot me. Hello, friend. Oh my god. This is gonna be something, because I need to get back out of here. Hello, friends! Oh boy! Oh boy. Oh! Damn it. I was hoping I'd be able to get through him. Well, maybe if I used... I think if I used my weapon skill, the one that like spins around, I could have probably knocked them all out of the way. Or at least I could have been able to knock them, like just knock them around in general. Maybe not away, but... The run was successful because I just gave myself an opening to go straight to the Twin Princess. 5 minutes though, holy shit. That's fast. That is fast as fuck. Let's of course also not forget that I'm in New Game Plus and I have like a maximum... I have a weapon that is on max level and my character is on max level, so... Like, not max level, but my character's on a high level of knowledge as. So I really don't have to give it too many craps about leveling up or increasing my stats. This is the wrong elevator, isn't it? This is the wrong elevator. Yep, that's the elevator to the Dragon Slayer armor. Actually, I could have just continued to take this elevator because I needed to... Oh, fucking hell. I needed to be there anyway, so... I keep on forgetting about that. The thing is, I don't have to take that elevator that much, so that's why I keep forgetting about it. There are definitely moments that I have to take it though, because the Twin Princess can still screw me over, which you've probably seen in other playthroughs, if you have seen the other playthroughs, that is. Which I wouldn't judge you if you wouldn't. Like, I gotta say, most of them are the same. But almost every single playthrough has different weapons that are being used. Even though I will say that only from the Katana playthrough onwards, I decided to actually take a good look at every single weapon. Instead of being like, this weapon does the most amount of damage, so I'm gonna use this weapon. As I did before. Which was not the good way to do it. This is a lot better. Because I noticed how much I like this weapon. Of course, I'm not using every single weapon. You could judge me for that because I'm not using every single weapon, but most of them are the same. And also some of them really have like such a low damage value to the point that they really wouldn't... Like, it would just make everything go slower, and that is not what I want. That is definitely not what I want to do. I'm never going to be able to go through these areas in the same way. Says the guy who like combed out the entire ringed city for what's it again? Titanite scales, there we go. You little fucking shit. Managing to nick me with that first attack, huh? Well, it won't happen again. He says as he gets hit. We're going up. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. I gotta reposition myself. I actually don't need to roll for these attacks. Okay, yeah. I did have to roll for that one. A lot of them I can just avoid by walking. Which is pretty damn good. This is gonna make me conserve some stamina for hitting. And also just like... That way if I need to heal, I can heal a lot faster. There we go. Everything's okay, Grandpa. I'm just here to take your soul. I'm just here to take the soul of you and your little brother. Your little brother. Damn it. Such a delayed attack. And... Soul Arrow! Haha. Get shat upon, Twin Princes. Nice. Okay, let's go for the crit. I'm sorry. I wanted to try and say something cool, but it wouldn't work. Okay, I'm gonna wait for him to wake up. And let's go for the spin. Mark my... Nice suit. And there we have our soul. Hey, you know what I just remembered? I just remembered something. I have to go back to... Well, let me first go and level up. The run is basically over at this point. We're gonna take a look at the time, because I seem to remember being at 12 hours, I think. Last time that I checked. So I guess about an hour or something it took me to get to this point. Welcome. Speak thine heart. Alright. Let's see. Yep, the damage will only increase by 1 at this point. Magic? Not sure, I guess I'll go and increase my endurance. But we are not done yet. Because I forgot a very important detail. Wait. No, I have to go to the... Yeah, I have to go to the dilapidated bridge. Fuck. Of course I went to the wrong bonfire. Now I have to wait. Now I have to suffer these loading times. There is a door blocking my way. I did not get to the dilapidated bridge bonfire. Guess who's running all the way around to get one fucking stupid thing. I need to get the transposing kill before I can actually make boss weapons. There we go. You're dead, son. You're dead. You are dead. Deader than dead. Deader than the deadest dead. Yeah. Let me just go and casually open this door. And venture forth. Ignoring the assholes that are following me. Because why would I give a fuck? They won't be able to follow me over here anyway, so... Hello, Hammer Boy. Oh boy. Yeah, Hammer Boy can hit me from time to time, and that is not particularly a good situation, I'd say. Am I gonna get invaded by Holy Knight Holy Knight Hodrick? I think I will. Yep. Holy Knight Hodrick. Oh, Hodrick. Hello, friend. Hashtag not stunned. There we go. Oh my god. Look at the damage. I missed. Bloody hell. Alley-oop. No healing for you, bitch. I won't give you the bloody chance. See you later. There ain't nobody who gives a fuck. I still sometimes like the crazy sounds that you hear from the arrows hitting. There we go. There's a... Are you kidding me? There's a summon sign. Ugh. Ugh. I didn't want to see that. That was bad. Now I have to go and wash my eyes. There we go. Alright, time to deal with your boy. Well, that's... Well, that one's gone. There we go. Hey, how about you go and kill your friends? All my friends are dead. Ah. The counter damage on the acid. On the acid. Let me go and rupture your nuts. And I'll position myself in such a way that I can instantly attack your next part. Let me fall down. There we go. And his new nuts appeared. God damn it. There we go. Let's go and take care of the boys in the back. And then a slash. Give me that transposing kiln. Keep forgetting about that. That's actually an item that I'm supposed to collect if I want to get boss weapons. Oh well. At least we have it now, which means that we can finally go and get the second sword. That is if I don't misclick or get the wrong sword. That is something that I'm ridiculously scared of right now. Let's see. So which sword do I have? I have Lothric's Holy Sword. Okay. Holy shit. Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna upgrade my stamina. Stamina. Alright. Oh. Harp Traveler. Let's go and get Olorian's Greatsword. Then we can transpose the two swords into a singular Greatsword. So do I have any more? I don't have any. Yeah, no, I don't have any of the upgrades material. The upgrade materials for it. But this is the Twin Princess Greatsword. For this stuff, I had to go through New Game Plus and defeat the Twin Princess. I do find it a pretty cool weapon though. It's a pretty stubby sword again. What does it do also? It also does fire damage, okay. Aside from that, moveset is, I think, just about the identical thing to like normal greatswords. The special thing, of course, being its skills. So you can do that one, which is Lorian's attack. I'm sorry, Lothric's attack, and then you can do Lorian's attack by doing this. You cannot really imbue your weapon or whatever, but you can use the skills. It's basically, it's literally combining the two blades into one. Sacred Light and Flame. Not sure how good it would actually... Oh yeah, right, I was gonna look this up. Before we are going to start the reading. Should have a wiki page opened up for my weapons. The Twin Princess Greatsword. Let's see, is there anything in this wiki page that's gonna... Actually, yes. Okay. So, it will have a descaling all around. I'm not sure how good of a descaling it is. But it will have 230 physical damage when it's on its maximum upgrade. And 152 fire damage, which is kind of what I expected from it. It would do a decent amount of damage if you combine the two types of damage together. And I think the moveset, like the special skill knowledge, is also pretty dang good. Okay. Now let me go and take a look to see if I have everything, because I am once again not 100% sure, but I'll first go and empty out my inventory of any weapons that don't need to belong in there. Marakumo, Crystal Rapier also. There we go. Alright, let's see. I have, if I go all the way up the list, just want to make 100% sure. I have the Claymore, I have the Bastard Sword, I have the Holosphere Greatsword, the Executioner one, the Black Knight Sword, the Flame Birch, the Wolf Knight's Greatsword, Wolnir's Holy Sword, Greatsword of Judgment, Moonlight Greatsword, Storm Ruler, Firelink Greatsword, Twin Princess Greatsword, Drakeblood Greatsword, the Onyx Blade, and Gale's Greatsword. Yep. I have everything. It is time to do some reading, shall we? The Bastard Sword, a widely used heavy greatsword, normally wielded with two hands. Broad horizontal sweeping attacks make the sword effective against multiple enemies, but unwieldy in narrow spaces. The skill is Stomp. Use one's weight to lunge forward with a low stance and increase poise, and follow up with a strong attack for an upward slash. The Claymore, an unusually large and heavy greatsword, normally wielded with two hands. This a highly versatile weapon can be swung broadly or thrusted. The skill is Stance. While in stance, use normal attacks to break the foe's guard from below, and use strong attacks to slash upwards with a forward lunge. The Flamberge, a greatsword with an undulating blade. The blade resembling flame was crafted to mutilate flesh and induce bleeding. And it also has the Stance. The Drakeblood, a greatsword. A greatsword wielded by an order of knights who venerate Dragonblood. This sword, its blade engraved with script symbolizing Dragonblood, inflicts magic and lightning damage. The skill is also Stance. Executioner Greatsword. Greatsword of a debauched executioner used for beheadings. This sword retains a keen memory of its executioner's duty and absorbs FP from each fallen foe. The Black Knight Sword. Greatsword wielded by the Black Knights who wander their lands, designed to face chaos demons. The unique attack of the sword greatly reduces enemy poise, reflecting the tremendous size of the enemies that the knights have fearlessly faced. Perseverance. Raise sword in the name of the First Lord to temporarily boost poise, damage reduced while activated. This particular Perseverance is also the strongest Perseverance in the game. Gives you super armor, I think. Or it gives you a lot of poise in any case. The Onyx Blade, Elfride, the eldest among her sisters and leader of the Sabled Church, bestowed the sword to her knight. Only the sword was a farewell gift, and acceptance signified the knight's resignation from Elfride's service. The skill is Elfride's Black Flame, and wreathe the blade with black flame born of the similarly hued flame that smolders within her. The Hollow Slayer Greatsword. Greatsword used for a lifetime by a masked knight, harbors the fears that lurk within the minds of hollows, and is particularly effective against them. Bestowed to a proper Mira Knight long ago, two-handed to execute special sword techniques, and it also stands. Volnir's Holy Sword. A holy sword eroded by the abyss. When Volnir fell to the abyss, he was gripped by a fear of true darkness and pleaded to the gods for the time. This holy sword, together with 3 armlets stripped from the corpses of clerics, gave him some semblance of comfort. The skill is Wrath of the Gods. Thrust weapon into the earth to emit powerful shockwave. The wrath of those swallowed by the abyss is a thing to be wary of indeed. Now, Wrath of the Gods is also a miracle, so it works identical to the miracle, I think. The Greatsword of Judgment, a ceremonial sword held in Pontiff Sullivan's left hand, representing the judgment of the moon, but with magic far closer to sorcery than any existing lunar power. Its dark blue hues, deeper than the darkest moon, reflect Sorcerer Sullivan's true nature. The skill is Stance of Judgment. Assume stance to unleash dark magic. Use normal attack for a lunging thrust and strong attack to emit a side-sweeping wave. The Storm Ruler, Greatsword with a broken blade, also known as the Giant Slayer, for the residual strength of storm that brings the giants to their knees. Yorm the Giant once held 2 of these, but gave one to the humans who doubted him, and left the other to a dear friend, before facing his fate as a Lord of Cinder. The skill is Storm King. Assume stance to imbue sword with storm, most effective when facing giants. The Wolf Knight Greatsword. Greatsword of a knight tainted by the dark of the abyss, and master of the wolf's blood of Ferd. The Wolf Knight was the first Abyss Watcher, and his sword is more punishing against creations of the Abyss. Oh, I did not know that. A skill is Wolf Sword. While in stance, use normal attacks for a low spinning slash, or a strong attack to leap forward in a vertically slashing somersault. The Moonlight Greatsword. Legendary dragon weapon associated with Sif the Pale Drake. Charge strong attack to its limit to unleash a Moonlight Wave. Oseros the Consumed King was infatuated with the search for Moonlight, but in the end it never revealed itself to him. The skill is Moonlight Vortex, a draw sword back and thrust to unleash torrential moonlight. The Firelink Greatsword. The Lords of Cinder linked to the First Flame, and this greatsword was wielded by their deific manifestation. This coiled sword, found thrust in the bonfires, or in the bonfire, existed long before the throneless lords themselves. The skill is Ember. The fading flame momentarily illuminates and launches itself forward. The Twin Princess Greatsword. Sword forged from the reunion of the inseparable swords born from the souls of Lothric and Lorien, the Twin Princes. Their union is rooted in a curse and perpetuated by grief. The skill is Sacred Light and Flame. While in stance, use normal attack to cast Sacred Lothric Light, and strong attack to cast Flame of Lorien. Gale's Greatsword. Greatsword of Slave Knight Gale, the only weapon that he kept with him from the beginning to the end. Originally an executioner's sword made for decapitation, this blade is heavily chipped and stained with the blood of countless battles. The skill is Blade of Peril. A precarious technique, unique to Undead Gale. Leap in any direction, slamming with the greatsword to the ground. Then follow with normal attack for a large spinning slash or strong attack to backstep and jump forward in an overhead slam. And that, my friends, is it for this playthrough. So, what do I think of this playthrough? Well, it was very interesting. With once again, using all of these weapons at a certain point was super interesting. Figuring out that the Firelink Greatsword is actually a really good weapon. The Greatsword of Judgment is also a really good weapon. The Flamberge is a pretty decent weapon if you count the bleed damage that it does. Wolfland Greatsword also does a lot of damage and it has a really nice moveset. The Storm Ruler, well, yeah, it's a Storm Ruler. Gale's Sword I still find a little bit weird. Moonlight Greatsword is always good if you're using sorceries. And aside from that, like all these swords are just good, I feel, in a certain way. They're all very viable, like in certain builds also. Like if you do a pyromancy build, this sword over here, ooh, this sword is gonna be amazing for you. Because you're gonna have an insane scaling on it, I think. Well, maybe not insane, but you're gonna do a lot more dog damage with it. And yeah. It was just fun. I just had a lot of fun again. As I usually do. I'm quite surprised at the amount of fun I'm having with these playthroughs, because there was like a moment where I wasn't really having a lot of fun with this. Or just like with Dark Souls in general, or whatever. Oh man. The thing is, we are done. I have created my character, I have gone through the game. Why do I have this thing equipped? There we go. I've gone through the game, I've gone through No Game Plus at a pretty decent time. I think I ended the game at 8 hours, maybe? Something like that. And then it took me, with all of the farming that I had to do, because it is definitely, like, the Flamberge farming took a long time. And then the farming for souls to be able to upgrade these weapons also took quite a long time. And I think it took me, like, about an hour and a half, maybe, to get through the game again in No Game Plus. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Just Chat while I was playing Dark Souls 3. The weapon playthroughs, and if I can find the piece of paper... Wait, where's this piece? Did I throw it over here? Oh boy, where is my piece of paper? It's somewhere over here. I'm sorry, I need to take a look at what the next page... I need to go and take a look at what the next page is, yeah. That is my paper where I put notes on. There we go, there it is. I like all these little notes things that I have. I can barely read it, but the next playthrough will be straight swords. Yeah, straight swords and standard shields. So I'm gonna be using medium shields again, which means no parrying. Oh boy, Freed is gonna be... Nah, I'm gonna use straight swords, so I don't feel like I need to parry, because I'm gonna be able to attack more than fast enough. I could also try to learn to parry with a normal shield. I guess we'll see how that's gonna go. I will see you guys, maybe, in the next playthrough. Goodbye.